Hello. I think I've made it in the nick of time. All right, so let me just check. All right, it's 10:29. I think I might have just worked out too how to premiere that I'm going live. But anyway, we'll experiment more with that next time. So it says I'm live. I'm assuming that's correct. Anyway, g'day to you all. Sorry about the messy background, but I'm just setting up the webcam here. Always panic a bit before it because it doesn't always work out so easy. So it is in Brisbane, Australia. It is now 10:30 a.m. If you've kept tabs on my community tab, you'll see that I said that I'd do a live stream, and it is here in Brisbane, 30th of October, 2022, and the temperature, looking at my barometer, is close to 28 degrees centigrade, which is, quick reference here, it's about 82 degrees Fahrenheit. So, all right, I always get a bit nervous before a live stream. Weird, isn't it? I don't get nervous before, if I'm doing a film or whatever with acting, but because I think I'm just going to have to ramble on and wait for people to join. So anyway, I thought I'd do a live stream. It's been a few months. I've kind of spaced it out a bit because I'm not a huge fan of live streams. I'd rather just put together a production. But anyway, some of you are. And this is just kind of a get together for mostly my regulars that leave comments. But if you are new to the channel, welcome. It's a pleasure to have you on board. And I hope you enjoy my videos. G'day, Craig. Thanks, mate. Okay. We have one viewer, Craig. And I really appreciate, Craig, if you did set your alarm to meet this live stream because you're 2 hours behind me in Western Australia. I'm on time. G'day, Russell. How are you going, mate? This is version 2 of getting ready for live streaming. I try to enable things. They don't always work. So I've just hurriedly set up the camera. Having a coffee, my third for this morning, so hopefully I can make it between toilet breaks. I've just put a video of feeding the magpies before on my Instagram, which is, what is it? Steve Mack Actor, one word. And so anyone watching this after, which the majority of people will do, I might drink some of this coffee actually. All right, Russell, good. And you too, Craig. Yeah, so the majority of people will watch this on the replay. If you're in America, for example, it's probably Saturday night, or most definitely is Saturday night at some weird time, maybe in the morning. So if you're watching that, maybe leave it 12 hours or whatever to watch this replay, because then YouTube should have finished processing all the live chat there. Oh, good. G'day, Richard. How you going, mate? Yeah, and the benefit, if you're watching the replay, you'll see the people commenting here if you enable chat. And I should check something. Top chat, live chat. All right. Okay. So, yeah, you might want to do that if you're watching a replay. Thought I'd do a live stream because I haven't done one for a while. My preference, as I was just saying, is that I would rather do a normal video because I can kind of construct it a bit better in my head. I do have a couple of projects that I definitely want to get out before the end of this year. One of which, like my swimming pool series, or I may make it one big long one. I've been shooting at different times throughout the year, so I'll have to pull my finger out and get that finished sooner rather than later. Anywho, how's the rain? No, it hasn't rained for days, Craig. Probably a week, except for a few drops. If you guys saw the picture I put up last night of me and my friend Bill, he had a birthday yesterday and had a gathering up at Mount Cootha. It occurs to me, I don't think I've ever actually made a video up there. I'd like to welcome anyone also that's new to the channel, and including some of the people I met yesterday. Very nice group of people. See, I can edit that out if I was a video. Purple. Yeah, I won't make the video too long, but that's my intention. My plans of going out for lunch afterwards are thwarted. Anyway, so yeah, no fish today. Never mind. So forgive the messy background. I can't close the cupboard door because it's jam-packed full of crap. So there's some old suits and bits of stuff there, old keyboards. I don't know what that is. Probably motherboards. So how are you all going? Sorry if I'm shaking around. I've got my leg on the desk here. I've pulled the monitor forward to frame up a bit better. As usual, I'm using the Razer Keo Pro, or Razer Keo webcam. It's still going strong after that one anyway, whatever that is. Razer Keo with a little ring light, which, to tell you, after I finished the live stream, I'm like partially blinded for a while because the ring light's right there. Okay, Puppy Breath, hello, my love. How are you? Great that you can join me. Reading some comments here. Very good. Okay, I'm anticipating that Johnny will join us soon because he usually does. Maybe some other people. We never know. We might be in luck. All right. Yeah. So I thought, well, as usual, no specific title. Q&A. I'll put it out there if anyone ever has questions about any of my recent videos. Most people don't. And most of you guys, in fact, all of you guys currently watching, do leave comments, and that's an important thing to do. I appreciate it very much. Okay, so see, this is why I get nervous. Like, what am I going to talk about? Talk about the coffee I'm drinking. So, yeah, I've just put another magpie video on Instagram. I'll put another one on after. Probably it won't end up as a video. I don't want to push my luck and put a whole lot of magpie stuff up there because I know it's probably boring. I mean, I like feeding them. I'm having a great time with them. Can't go wrong with Q&A. Well, I suppose. Can't go wrong with Moccona Rich 9 coffee either. This video is not sponsored by Moccona, but I'm quite open to being sponsored by Moccona. But it's going to cost you more than a jar of coffee. And also, I haven't, just thinking of it, I haven't still, I thought I'd do it after I hit 5,000 subscribers, but I still haven't looked further into making some, I guess, t-shirts, maybe a coffee cup. Not sure about anything else, but yeah, there's so many options. But I'd like to do it. I'll try and do that. I've got the graphic in my head. It's been there for a couple of years. But yeah, it'll just be a little thing like, I'll just get a small percentage of money, I believe. But it's not about the money. It's, wear a Steve Mack t-shirt, drink a Steve Mack coffee. Okay. Yeah, well, cheers, mate. If I had the merch here, I'd send you guys, my regular guys, a freebie. But yeah, it'll be done through some third party. There's a lot of them now, so I'll have to look into, well, my number one priority, it will have to be affordable and also have to be good quality. Like with the t-shirts, it's going to be probably 100% cotton. I will have to buy myself some samples first and make sure I approve of them, because I don't want to sell some crap. That's not what I'm about. It's like my channel. You might say that some of it's crap. Try not to let it be crap, but sometimes it is. But I don't want that. T-shirt. Okay. I've left my phone on silent now. This time I've got any messages that come through. And that message wasn't relevant to the live stream. Time for a drink of coffee. Okay, so yeah, I had a good time. I wish that YouTube let me put up pictures in comments and also things like this. The one that you and I did, Craig, that live stream, that was very good, using whatever third-party app that was. But yeah, so I put a picture of myself and my friend Bill, who's a fellow actor. I met him on a TV series we did about 7 or 8 years ago. I think it was called Water Police or something. Yeah, that was really good. You see how friendships form. It's great. But my point is, there were a lot of insects there. This was at Mount Cootha, which is only 15, maybe 20 minutes from where I live. Nice place. But a lot of insects and, itchy. Came home. And I realised last night, I don't know if you can see it like this. I took some photos of it. That there is not a deformed muscle. See that? And it's also not especially saggy skin. That is all swollen. Don't know if you can see how red it is. I think it's improved since last night. From a bite of something. I don't know if it was a weird mosquito. Shouldn't be. I don't normally react to that. Check comments. Kevin Spacey. Look at things and make up stuff as you go. I do. Yeah, so that's a mosquito thing. I took a antihistamine and didn't do anything. So if it's any poison, my body's dealing with it. It doesn't hurt. I did put some apple cider vinegar on. A few people I met yesterday were talking about, my 35 years of acting and also 16 years of YouTube, mainly YouTube, and hopefully they might subscribe because very interesting people I was talking to. G'day, Gary. How you going, mate? Like I say, anyone watching the replay, probably leave it 12 plus hours because YouTube takes forever to process it where you can watch back the comments. So, yeah, that's my recommendation. A little bit different to when I put out a video. The more people that watch in the first hour and the second hour, it helps the algorithm. But yeah, live stream, I like to look at the comments myself. So, yeah, where was I going? Yeah, so I was explaining to one fellow, like what a vlog is. And for example, I said, like, I could pull my phone out now because, as I've said a few times, the best camera for YouTube is the one you have. So, just pull the phone out. And I said, for example, I'd go, well, here I am at Mount Cootha with some nice people. This is blah and this is blah, blah. Check this out. What lovely trees. It was a beautiful day. It's another beautiful day today in Brisbane, sunny Queensland. So, yeah. So that'll be the end of the live stream because I've run out of things to say. Anyone got anything to say? Of course, I did mention that most of my videos are lighthearted. Some I try and educate people. I like to help if I can. And it's all free to people. It costs them nothing. But, yeah, the one I did before, the Magpie one, as you know, it stepped sideways into a bit of controversy. Check that out if you haven't seen it, about gender neutral. Anyway, the consensus is definitely, like everyone else I know, basically, and watch the video if you don't know what I'm talking about, there are males and females, with a tiny exception of hermaphrodite, as they call them. So, I don't know, I'm not a supporter of this woke crap, because it is crap, I think. And everyone else thinks as well, except that tiny minority. Anyway, the world definitely is not in a great place right now, is it? No matter which way you look at it. The prices are all artificially inflated in most cases. Maybe in Europe, not so much, but definitely I'd say in America and Australia and New Zealand. Because, for example, fuel prices. Just pausing to read comments. Yeah, mate, how are you? Live now commented on earthworms. Okay, yep. G'day to you. Thanks for joining. I'm sorry, I'm just catching. Richard, hello. How you going? Just catching up on comments here. Got a few people watching at the moment. No Johnny yet. Maybe he fell asleep. It's probably the wrong time. It's always hard to I've been thrown out by reading comments. It's hard to do something, whatever it was. No, I was just saying, puppy breath. I don't get nervous before if I'm, filming a video. Sorry, a production as an actor. Not at all. I do not get nervous. I'm in my element. But I get a little bit nervous before I start a live stream. I don't get nervous before I film, for YouTube. But I get a little bit anxious because I think, well, I mean, I can literally talk underwater. Um, and if you saw the little thing I put up a few days ago, went back a couple of years where I experimented with this underwater camera housing I picked up at a garage sale or yard sale to Americans. And I stuck this ancient old little, I should have actually put pictures on it of the setup, ancient little square camera, really horrible quality camera. And I mounted it somehow really crazy in this waterproof housing that was meant for a JVC or Sony Handycam. And I jumped into the pool and I looked at it the other day after I posted the link to it, and I thought, that is really quite weird. So literally you could speak underwater because I went, welcome to my channel. So to answer your question, no, I don't get nervous at all before camera, only before I start a live stream. Then I kind of settle down a little bit like I'm starting to now. That's amazing. Yeah. I mean, I have no problem, I can babble on, as you can tell, about anything with anyone. I've always prided myself that I can communicate with anyone on all levels. Multimillionaires I've known, scientists. I could walk up to a homeless person in the street and have the conversation. So that's just me. But yeah, when it comes to live stream, what's the biggest celebrity you've met in your time? Well, I nearly, maybe, met Kate Blanchett heading towards 6 months ago when I had a phone call from a casting director about being in a film. And the first thing they asked me, I don't know where they found me, whether it was on my domain or whatever. First thing they said, are you, double vaccinated for COVID? I said, no, I'm not. And they went, well, it's a moot point. And I went, okay. And I tried to suss out what it was about. But yeah, anyway, that was a no-go. But I think I've mentioned this. A friend of mine of many years, acquaintance anyway, she set up a casting, oh no, she's an agency, acting agent, down in South Australia. And I told her about it, and she said, I bet it was that film Kate Blanchett's going to do. I have no idea what the role was they were going to do. I mean, they were going to fly me down there and everything, and it would have been decent money, but I have no idea. Was it like a big role next to her, or yeah? And that's assuming it was that. I mean, they're shooting films all the time over here, usually on the Gold Coast. A lot of the Hollywood films are shot on the Gold Coast or in Queensland, especially. Mostly it's just extra work, though, like background extras, which I don't do anymore. Okay, catching up in comments. Oh, okay, yeah, well, no, Barnaby Joyce. Well, are you referring to my Barnaby the Sheep video? Barnaby the Sheep has a lot more character. Just go to see carpet snakes. No, I haven't seen a carpet snake for like 900 years. You can go to see a carpet snake. Oh, okay. No, luckily I've only. G'day, Grey Magic. How you going, buddy? Thank you for joining me. Sorry for delays, people. I'm just reading what we're up to. Kate's Pierre in London. Okay. Yeah, she is. I've always admired Kate Blanchett. There's probably other people I've met too. Well, I guess in like Flynn, where you see me for probably 5 minutes, that was just a background artist, as they call it, or extra, as I call it. I was on set with David Wenham and a whole lot of people I can't ever. I'm lousy with names. The director as well. I recognised his voice. Apparently, he made the Saw films, the scary films. But I recognise his voice. I had some personal direction from him. Yeah, and the cast anyway. You can look up. It's on. It's on Netflix still. I'm in the boxing arena scene in the background, actually with my friend that passed away 2 years ago, Lena. That's where I met her because yeah, all day, 2 days in a row actually. Or was it three? Two. Yeah, we became friends after that, and she was lovely, and I miss our friendship. Um, yeah, so I met all the cast. I mean, look, when you're an extra, this is one reason I don't like doing extras. And as agents have had said, you don't, you know, you don't do extras. Like you've gone way above that in 35 years. I would do extra stuff on TVCs, which are TV commercials, because usually they pay well. But yeah, films. I mean, I could do tons of stuff on probably all the Hollywood films as an extra, but there's no guarantee you're going to be seen. You may be a blur away in the background. You just don't know. It's potluck. You might walk past, the world's biggest actor, whatever. I would do a bit part, even if it's just a sentence or a word. But yeah, I don't do those. It's because you don't get treated all that well. um, that's why I prefer, even in short films I've done and feature films. You well, let's just say you get treated like royalty versus the scumbag extras, like you get to eat at the green room first, and the extras come along and eat whatever's left. Yeah, it's a different feeling. Catching up on. Oh, the V8's on, are they? Okay. The supercars, as they call them. I did watch the Bathurst this year, or the last third of it, because it was the last year of the Holden Commodores. I'm never been a Holden fan. If anything, I'm biased towards Ford. But I thought, well, it's pretty historic. It's the last time they're racing after this year. Off topic. Improv, and that's me, Mr. Improv. Yeah, no worries. I'll read these back tomorrow anyway, in case I missed anything. Any other questions relating to videos or anything you want, really? As I get my coffee again. Any other questions? It is a beautiful day. I was thinking maybe next time I do a live stream, as you've noticed, you guys, I've spaced them out a lot more now. I mean, I'm not a big fan of watching live streams myself, certainly not long ones. So, but it's a bit of a break. I had nothing prepared as a video. I do like to put a video up every week, approximately. Of late, there's been a couple of gaps of nearly 2 weeks. And sometimes I think when I look at the amount of views on different videos, it's like, okay, well, that's reached 200. So it's not a lot of views considering that I put a lot of effort into most of my videos in one way or the other, even if it's just editing. And, well, Craig, you, for example, know it can take a long time to edit. Okay, Puppy Breath, all right. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. And, yeah, maybe watch the replay when you've got time. So have a good night there in the US of A. And yeah, I don't think I've missed any comments. So thanks, Puppy Breath. Yeah, cheers. I'll give you a premature sign off there for you, especially. A couple of other people I thought, I want to sneeze now. That's a problem. I thought this would be a problem because I don't have any tissues here. I do have a hair. What was he going to say? Anyway. Yeah, editing can take forever. So I've probably gone off on a tangent again. Okay, anyone have any questions? We've been going 24 minutes and 44 seconds. What else can I say? Well, I might make a video because I think it won't take me a lot of effort to make. I'll tell you all about how I've managed to teach an old cat, not ancient cat, but old cat. That's Big Eyes, the only remaining cat here. How not to kill birds. And I'm amazed and I'm really impressed with her. And it genuinely seems to have worked. She doesn't chase birds anymore. In fact, when I've been feeding the magpies lately, she just sits there watching like, meow. So that's really impressive. I mean, she's a natural born killer, which is what cats basically are. Like them or not, it's instinctive. But I have taught her, and I'll throw together a video how I did it, and you'll be amazed how simple it was. There's no guarantee it'll work with every cat, but it's worked with her. So I've given her kudos for being more intelligent than I thought. Of course, good old Teddy, the vlogging cat. Rest in peace. Almost 12 months now since we lost my beautiful little Teddy. Yeah, she was not the sharpest tool in the shed, but she was bloody adorable. And I know you've met her, Craig, and she was your favourite vlogging cat too. It just ripped me apart when she died, but almost 12 months now. Might even do a little video. When are we? I've called this the November Q&A because I think it's November tomorrow. So I might throw together a couple of little snippets of my latest drone and a flashback for those, which is like you guys have probably did watch the whole thing with my friend Gary and myself, the big long vlog where we drove our Nissans and went flying. I might just use that section where we went flying. I think it's quite nice, a bit of a laugh as well, and might make that a separate video about precision drone flying, because personally I have never seen two drones like hovering above each other and passing each other. So that was pretty interesting. So probably expect that one, maybe next, or the one about the cat. Maybe I'll film it today since I'm not going out now for fish. Maybe I might throw parts of that together if people can stop weed eating and blow a vacuum around as they do on a Sunday and a Saturday and a Friday and a Thursday. Maybe I'll film that since I had a shave this morning anyway. Okay. Hey, Johnny. Hey, mate. Here's Johnny. I told everyone that you'd probably turn up. Yeah, I know you've missed Teddy, Craig. We all do. I miss the whole cat family, the whole meow family. But unfortunately, that's life, isn't it? So how are you doing, Johnny? You just missed Puppy Breath, actually. She just signed off a few minutes ago. So, okay, it is... Oh, it's gone quickly. It is now, I'll give you a precise time here, 10:58 a.m., 30th of October, 2022, in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. Yeah. Who's not well? No, I'm well, Craig. I just felt a bit off colour on Friday, that's all. I'm well, I'm fine. All systems are working, if you know what I mean. They're working very well, actually. All systems working. Yeah. So, yeah, well, maybe, Johnny, I started the video saying anyone that watches this after it processes, give it 12 hours-ish to see all the comments. I mean, you can scroll up now, you're here. But anyone, the majority of people watch the next day or the day after. And in which case, then you can enable the live chat replay where you'll see everyone's comments, which makes a bit more sense if you're watching a live stream replay, because you go, well, who's he talking to? And then you can see who it is. Oh, Johnny's not feeling well. Why aren't you feeling well, Johnny? I must have missed that. You didn't tell me that on email, or I haven't checked email yet today on the computer. Let me scroll up. Oh, I see. You're not feeling well. Well, don't stay on the live stream, mate. Just go to sleep. What time is it there? Save me looking it up. Well, come on. Use this thing. Come on, type. I'm waiting. The world is waiting, Johnny. Why you're not feeling well? Guess. And well, I already did guess. I didn't want to say. Only 8 p.m. All right, that's not too bad. That's why I thought I'd make this live stream a bit earlier than last time, which I think I made about 11 a.m. or something. My original plan was to go out and get some fish afterwards, but my travel partner has decided to go off and meet one of her girlfriends. And I just frankly, I've been there before by myself. I just couldn't be bothered. So, yeah, maybe I'll film a video this afternoon instead. All right. Well, I'll chat to you on email about stuff, Johnny. There's some things we don't want to make public. So, even me. I don't put an awful lot of my private stuff, what goes on, but there's a small handful, very small handful of you that kind of know things that have been going on for some time here in my life. Okay. But anyway, Johnny. Shit. Can you hear that? I'm hoping that's not Big Eyes. There's a spontaneous cat fight there. Very tempted to go and check it out. Did you guys hear that? You did hear it, all right. That's why I shut up for a few seconds. Hope she's okay. I'm guessing it's probably a territorial dispute between Russia and Ukraine. I mean, between here and the neighbours, because I think they've got a big, fat, blue, I call it blue, Persian cat. And Siamese, and yeah, it's a little bit like that border thing. Hopefully she's okay. She probably snotted the hell out of it. On your Big Eyes. Oh, well, there we go. Well, Craig, you'd remember. Puppy Breath's gone. Johnny, I think you were around when I did that video on out in Studio A, the deck, and Big Eyes and Teddy, who was around back then, had this big bloody fight. Oh dear. Anyway, they lived and survived another day. Woke yours up, did they? Sorry to your cat. Big Eyes got to put a 2 cents worth in during a live stream, doesn't she? If you like having a smoke, stuff it. Whatever. Have a smoke. Don't smoke if you're not a non-smoker. Normally, I haven't been smoking on live streams, but I will. This is just me, casual, Sunday morning. So, anyone that's met me and sat out in Studio A will know that, yeah, this is me chatting. And, of course, the other accoutrement, coffee, which is now empty. Oh, look at the smoke. Hold that off camera. All right, so, well, there's no set time frame for this, so I was going to make it a just 30-minute cap, but we've now just passed that. You can probably hear, I don't know how well the mic is on this, just using the Razer Pro Keo webcam, which is still reliable. I use it for little work things too. Finally found a good webcam with smoke drifting across. But you can probably hear, just using the internal mic. Put that over there. You hear the Sunday? You guys probably get it too. I'm not sure if that's, I think it's a blower vac, weed, whatever. Making some noise. Normally, if I was doing, say, when I do a paid job, whether it's acting or I do a fair bit of, what do they call it? Oh, I can't remember. The pressure's on, I can't remember. Like video conferencing where you focus groups. So I normally cram myself against the wall there, so I've got a reasonably white background, take the picture off the wall and everything. But yeah, so this is my messy office. I won't show you around. Trust me, it's messy. One day I'll clean it up again. No, probably not. Well, what's all the comments stop for? Were you bored or what? Come on. Thank you. Do you? Dirt bikes, yeah. I had a one of the 3 blocks of land or sections, as they call it in New Zealand. I'm Aussie, but I had ended up buying 3 blocks of land there once. When I did go and visit 2 of them, the dirt bikes going because it was kind of countryside-ish, even though it was a town that I had 2 blocks in, and but yeah, but it's okay. Even out, my friend Phil, and I think it was you, Johnny, asked me on email. I might have forgotten to answer this. Um, no, my friend out west that I did my mega vlog, 1 hour vlog, which I wish would have got more views. It's still not quite at 1,000. No, his name's Phil, not Paul. See, now I don't have to answer that one. Yeah, but he gets the odd dirt bike going along the boundary of the property. Yes, property prices have gone crazy here in a negative way in some aspects because we've got interest rates are going up. Graham, who is not online because he's out and about, used to be a property developer for like, I don't know, 50 years. Well, he estimates months ago, 6 months ago, he said it'll go to 7%. And I reckon he'll be right. So, unfortunately, for people that are paying off houses, it's pretty bad. Combined with everything else, the cost of living, artificially inflated, as I was going to say, with fuel. In Australia and USA, for example, we're pretty well self-sufficient. I mean, Australia, I believe, has the second largest underground natural gas. We sell a lot of it, and I'm just thinking, well, if the politicians actually cared about the people they represent, then they would make gas freely available, much cheaper, like it used to be. I'm not sure what it is now. I believe it's gone up a lot. I had a Ford F100 truck that was on dual fuel. That's petrol and gas. Yet you hardly ever see any garages, service stations, whatever you like to call them, that sell gas anymore. And I know another friend of mine, Troy, says that the reason diesel is so expensive now is, because it's feeding the war machine. Well, yeah, a lot of army tanks, I believe, just run on gas now anyway. And the whole thing, if you know anything about the fuel production cycle from crude oil, the first, or one of the first, apart from bitumen, or I think that might be the end product. No, that's the first product. Bitumen you put on roads. The next easiest thing to process is diesel because it's basically more or less oil, put simply. So that's why it used to be really cheap on the ladder of things. And yet now it's like ultra expensive. Then, you go up the ladder. I think kerosene somewhere, we could run on kerosene. And then we got what we call unleaded fuel here. Well, everyone calls it unleaded, but you've got a couple of variants of unleaded. That price, I believe they're expecting to jump 30 or 40 cents in the next day or so. There's no justification for it. We don't import our oil. And then you've got premium unleaded, as we call it, which is 98 octane. And I believe it varies a bit. Say in the USA, they have some of the similar terms, but it's not quite the same because one goes on research octane or RON. Anyway, basically, probably the same. So it's really expensive too. But we have our own oil. We export a lot of it. We don't rely on Saudi oil or anything like that. We get some crude from Singapore. So it's all crap, to be honest. It's, we're not relying on overseas products very much. But, OPEC, it is a cartel. And one, I think the rest of the world should just say, get lost, to put politely, because we don't need to be part of it. And it's just a money grab, really. Like, oh, well, this is the set OPEC prices. It's destroying lives almost because people can't afford it. So the artificially inflated prices of vegetables and fruit. Yes, sometimes there are natural events. Happens often in Australia, with certain areas that grow specific vegetables or fruit. They might have a bad hailstorm or maybe a cyclone or flooding. Flooding is a popular thing. And so that's correct. It will impact the prices. But when you go to a normal supermarket, or whatever you want to call it, wherever you are, say over here, the top two biggest are Woolworths and Coles, both American owned, of course. Then you have Aldi. The point is that a lot of the stuff, I think most of the stuff, if not all, is kept frozen for maybe 12 months, which is why, okay, it's a good idea in essence. It's not very nutritious, but it's why basically most of the year you can get pretty well any type of fruit or vegetable, maybe a few exceptions. So it's good in principle, but the point is there's no need to jack the prices up to something ridiculous because, food shortages. No, you've got it all stockpiled. So it's just bullshit. I'll be frank, bullshit. Hey, Farouk, how are you, my friend? Greetings to you. What time is it over there? Sorry, I haven't been reading comments for a bit here. Yeah. All right, I'll have to catch up a bit on these. Yes, that's right, Johnny. Phil. Yeah, I'm sorry for the delay. I've been looking at down the barrel of the lens, which is not what you do when you're acting, unless it's what I do often, role play stuff. But normally, like, you might look there or whatever. There's actually, it's more than four quadrants. There's actually names for a position where you look, but most people just get direction. Where I say, where do you want my eye line? Straight at her, or whatever. But with YouTube, obviously, it's different because it's very distracting. If I make a video and I'm, hello everyone, how are you? Blah 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 blah. Well, that's stupid. I'm talking to you, but it's different with films and things like that. I was probably going somewhere with that, but anyway. Okay, you're a horticulturalist. That'd be an interesting discussion. Wow. Yeah, Russell. A mate of mine's neighbour um, does his own butchering and everything, and he's told me the same about the Christmas hams. People buy at Christmas because that's religious. Yeah, he said the same thing. A lot of them are in storage for a year or more. I mean, they taste nice, but he's also said about how they say, not using names, KR Darling Downs or a lot of things we have here. When they take the hams out, they're covered in like green. Is that right? And they scrub them off with salt because no one wants to buy a green ham. Yeah, interesting. Yep. Yep, that's right. So it's the world we live in. So there's no need for them to artificially inflate prices or rip us off with these prices. And it's like they're deliberately trying to send everyone broke or suicide. There's enough crap that's been going on in the world, especially the last couple of years, to make people depressed. There's more depression and anxiety in the world than ever before because people take this stuff on board, and naturally so. And I've made videos about that as well. I have a playlist, in fact. Yeah, sometimes they have fresh hams. Christmas trees are prominent. Okay, I'm skipping over that. Christmas trees in Australia. Yeah, we have Christmas trees. I guess ones people have at home are mostly the artificial ones. It's been the case for many decades. I remember as a kid, occasionally, like my first brother-in-law would go out and buy a Christmas tree, which is, I think, what, pine tree. And and I remember the fun a few days later when all the things start falling off and you've got a carpet full of things you have to vacuum up. But yeah, it's natural. There are places. A couple of decades ago, bought a Christmas tree and It's a little bit too high for the ceiling. So the top of it was like that, bent over. There's no putting an angel up there, or she'd be. Yeah, but things have changed a lot since we were all kids. Yep, just catching up here. Uh-huh. Yep, well, that's right, Farouk. Decided to light up a cigarette, which I'll now put out. Yeah, I don't normally do it on live streams, but this is just me on a Sunday. So you may have answered, what time is it where you are, Farouk? I imagine it's night time or early morning. It is now, time gets away. It is now 11:15 a.m. on the 30th of October, Sunday morning. I should probably start wrapping it up because I should. Anyone have any questions or something they want to say while you've got me live? No, I don't smoke crack. There's probably a joke there, mate, but we'll leave it for offline. I think you know what I'm getting at. No. Yes, no, if I say anything that's crossing my mind, I'll probably get struck off YouTube because I take it the wrong way. 9:15 p.m. Georgia, Saturday night, correct? All right, yeah, I think you get it, Russell. I think Craig might get it as well. Not sure about you, Farouk, whether you get it. No, I don't do drugs. Well, unless you count cigarettes, which is still burning here. Blowing smoke across the lens, no doubt. Stub it out. That coffee I had is now catching up, which is a good incentive for me to shut down the live stream soon, because what goes in eventually must come out. And when you have what they call Woolworth's bladder, such as I have because I drink so much coffee, you need to make regular toilet stops. When I go out, this is no joke. I don't have diabetes. Everyone would think, well, big fat guy like you must. No, I don't have diabetes. But I plan my outings these days like, okay, I'm going here. Where's a toilet? Or, like yesterday, I said to Bill, are the toilets up there at the park where we're meeting for your birthday? Yes. All right. So that was fine. Yeah. It's been like that for a long, long time. You dropped in on a Zoom meeting. Okay. Well, you kind of have. Here's a little side note, too. It's not relevant to anything I've been saying. Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure when I was younger, I wasn't like this, but anyway. Yeah, just something worth mentioning. I guess the closest I came to talking about streaming movies was in my Amazon Fire Stick video, several, is it? Videos ago, where I cancelled Netflix. There are a lot of free, well, some of them probably not worth worrying about, a lot of free movie streaming channels now. And you can find them on your Fire Stick or some TVs. But it's worth mentioning in their favour, I've watched a few YouTube movies lately because now they have a section. I guess it's whether you're on your phone or, in my case, I watch most of my YouTube stuff on my big TV. They have a section movies, and they're not bad. I mean, some of them I've never heard of. The downside is they don't have trailers like Netflix, Prime, and all that. Most of them, Plex, Tubi, they will have you can watch a trailer, so you've got some idea what the video is about. YouTube don't have that, but they do have free movies. And what I was going to say, the benefit is, yes, they have ads, but they only usually go the 5-second ads. Whereas some of them, like when I found Plex a few months back, so this is pretty good. They'd have the occasional maybe 30-second ad or a couple of 5-second promos saying, watch Plex. Now it seems to have got much worse, and you have like a 2-minute ad or something. But YouTube have to give it, and I know why they did it, because of the competition for ad revenue. So it's worth checking out, and you don't have to have a Fire Stick or anything. You can watch on whatever you watch on YouTube movies. So there's a free plug back to YouTube, okay, because it is worthwhile. You'll find movies on there, and like I say, okay, every once in a while you get a 5 second skippable ad or just a 5 second ad. A lot better than watching it on TV where you have to sit for 5 minutes of ads or more. So no further comments. Well, thank you very much. You made me waffle on for nothing. That means you were paying attention, and I appreciate that. All the heat's on me. Like, oh, what's Steve going to say next? I don't have any words of wisdom. The secret of life is, I don't know, try and be happy, try not to stress, says me, pot calling the kettle black. Okay, Russell, there are some of the free streaming channels I found on different things. They have a lot of old movies, westerns, everything like that. Even, of course, the mandatory MASH is on everywhere. So that might be something worth checking out. Okay, well, all right. Someone said to me, you shouldn't live stream for longer than 30 minutes because you lose attention. But is everyone still there? Thumbs up, everyone that's still there. By the way, thumbs up on the actual video too, please. There's money in it. I will send you all a check. I won't send you a check. There's no check coming. I felt a bit like Joe Biden there. I've been watching a lot of the outtakes, or sorry, the bloopers, or whatever they call it, of Joe Biden. Whew. Yeah. It's a bit of a worry that someone has the power that they have when clearly they're not quite up to speed on things. Worry. Anyway, sorry, just reading comments. Hey, C Prince, how are you, buddy? Good to see you here. I'm thinking about winding it up now. I've been going for a while. I did look into, you suggested about the countdown. Just before I started this live stream, I think I know where you found the countdown. There was something that said set it to schedule. I reckon that's probably what you were talking about. So next time, whenever I do a live stream, I'll probably do one more before the end of the year, heading towards Christmas maybe. I haven't been doing as many lately. I don't think they're of interest to most people, but it's worth doing one occasionally. Yeah, but I will try that next time. I'll set the camera up, make sure I've got it framed approximately where I want it, and yeah, I'll try that next time. So it does. It's a good idea, and thanks for mentioning it. Where people, I believe, like when you're premiering a video, which occasionally I do, I haven't found it really beneficial. Then it'll say Steve Mack will live tube in 1 hour or whatever. So I might try that. Probably fail, but life's about experimenting at times. That's all right, Farouk. Thank you for joining me, my friend. I do appreciate your support, and I do watch your videos, as I've said. Bring your cat. Big Eyes, unlike Teddy the vlogging cat, who has done a live stream with me when she was alive, Big Eyes is not a big camera cat. I will feature her when I do make this video. Maybe later today I'll start shooting it about training the cat, which I was very, very impressed with how we seem to have trained the cat. But yeah, she's like, you can hold her for 30 seconds, maybe a minute, and she really wants to go. Wasn't brought up before we adopted her as a cuddly cat. She was a street cat for a while. Georgia. Feels like Rwanda. Okay, why is that? Oh, maybe I shouldn't ask. I think I might know why. Immigration? Just guessing. Or you mean the temperature? I've not been to Georgia or there. Probably never go to Rwanda. I'd be more inclined to go to Georgia. You know, watches TV trend, but DVDs, everything, skip the commercials. Yeah. Well, that's right, Johnny. My sister does that. She's been doing it for years. She records programs to watch later, but she never watches them. Midterms coming, yeah, midterm elections. I think that's really weird myself. Being in Australia, we just have elections. You run for 3 years, I think it goes, say for Prime Minister, our version of the president, different system. But in America, they have what, every 4 year terms, and every 2 years they have midterm elections. Strange system to me. Maybe it works fine for you guys, but don't know. Okay, I might wrap it up several days in advance. Okay, all right. Yeah, all right. Well, I'll look into that for next time. So long as I remember to turn up when it actually goes live. That could be embarrassing. Yeah, maybe I might. I don't know. I'll look into it. I did a Google of it the other day and couldn't really find a solution. But as I said, when I set up this live stream, there was an option to schedule. So I'd say that's how it's done then. It's a new one on me. What was I going to say? Oh, I don't know. I get these things in my head and they vanish. Well, thanks everyone for joining me. Thanks for the thumbs up. Now's a good opportunity to do that. All right, well, you two just chat. I wish we could have like a chat room thing on video, which is the closest we've got is this. What I was going to say, since I was mentioning YouTube and Google, and this thought came into my head the other day on Facebook with someone I know that likes, well, a few people like to do it, copy and paste Google information. People forget, as handy as YouTube and Google is, it is handy. And it's, as I was saying to a guy yesterday at the it wasn't a barbecue. Well, it was. They barbecued the food. And then I turned up later. It's a very useful tool, but you have to remember at the end of the day, Google is about ad revenue. Okay, they're not a benevolent society. Well, they're benevolent enough by virtue of the fact that all you guys are watching this for free or watch whatever you want for free. The price you pay is they put up ads, which benefits creators like me a tiny bit because we get a tiny slice and a very tiny slice of that ad revenue. Enough to buy me a cup of coffee at least. But at the end of the day, they serve ads. And their algorithm is extremely smart. I have to give them that. It works out for the weirdest things. Like you might Google, how to do whatever. You go to YouTube, oh, chill out with YouTube. Oh, next ad would be something vaguely related to what you search for. So it's smart, but they're a company that makes the money from ad revenue. And that's okay. That's business. I mean, I still like YouTube. I put things on Instagram too. I don't make money from Instagram. You can't actually make money from Instagram unless you're like, a really hot looking woman and, you find a sponsor or something. But anyway, I'm not a hot looking woman, surprisingly enough. Although I checked my comments on my phone this morning when I woke up and I saw that one of my videos that's done very well, one of my hacks about the radio in one of my cars, most of it's got brilliant comments, thank yous, and many, probably thousands of thank yous now for discovering the hack that I did. But one guy left a comment, what was it? This dude looks like he's wearing lipstick, ha ha. So I replied, thank you for your valuable input, dickhead. I wouldn't normally do that, but I just thought, okay, I've gone to all the trouble to help people, and that's the best you can input. Why are you even watching the video? And yeah, okay, I suppose I don't think about it anymore. Yeah, my lips do look a bit red, pinkish. And it's not the first time I've heard the comment about lipstick. No, there's no lipstick here. Anyone with any nous at all would realize different people have different pigments, and it seems to be seasonal, different times of the year. Yeah, okay, ever since I was a kid. So they used to tease me at school occasionally. Mack, he's got red lipstick on. No, it's just the way it is. I don't bother about it. They're just lips. They're not the world's best lips. Like the one feature I've still got going left is my eyes, probably the blue eyes. It's about the only thing that's still functional or useful, anyway. So yeah, infantile comment. I try not to let. Well, one guy said the other day, "Don't let negative comments." I don't. I'd still rather they weren't left, but there you go. Keyboard warriors, as they call them. Hey, okay, catching up on here. Messenger. Yep. Yeah, I'm not a fan. Look, I post occasionally a picture or something on Facebook. I check it maybe a few times a day, just mostly Messenger, as Craig could tell you. Craig and I message every day. I'm not a Facebook fan. I cannot understand how some people seem to, they must literally be glued to Facebook 24/7 and they post all sorts of crap. It's like, go outside, get a life. Stop sitting and watching. I think I've got, I don't know, I don't even know, 1,500, 2,000 Facebook friends. They're not, most of them aren't friends. They're people I've met or know of, or some of them not even that. And I'm not interested in what 2,000 people are doing. Okay, I've always said if you want to contact me, yeah, you can use Messenger. You might be okay. Send me an email. My email's under my channel, steve@stephenmack.com.au. That's my business email, but it'll redirect to my personal email. Or if you have my phone number, text me, or best number one thing to make sure I know is ring me up. Use the phone, not as a computer, but as a telephone. Apparently, you can do that. Yeah, not a Facebook fan. I'm going to have to go in a sec because I really need to go to the toilet. Dimension Zivor! John Cleese. What's the purple dye the Mentants drink in June? I don't know. Many, many years ago, I played the computer game June. That was pretty cool. Chris Farmer. Hello, Chris. G'day, mate. I'm just about to sign off because I've been going an hour and the coffee I had has gone right through me. Social media. Well, yeah, I agree. I guess technically, though, you could class YouTube as social media in a way. Yeah. Twitter. I have a Twitter account. Mostly when if I do a normal video, I'll share it to these links that are down the bottom. Twitter. I have no idea if anyone's following me back. Maybe two people. I think Twitter's a bit of a waste of time. I think it's all a waste of time. Go P. I think I will. Okay, folks. Well, my half an hour video has gone to an hour now, so I appreciate you all coming on and joining me on my Sunday morning. It's now, yeah, sure is, Sea Prince. It's now 11:32 a.m. here in Brisbane. I'm going to sign off. Thanks for joining me. I'll get back to making regular videos soon. And yeah, I appreciate it. And to those, the majority that will watch the replay of this, hopefully after YouTube's finished its processing, which it's taken a day sometimes, you'll be able to watch the comments. So yeah. Thanks, everyone. I appreciate it very much, as always. And I do appreciate the fact that you guys watch my videos. I assume that I'm doing okay, whatever they are, because you keep watching. So thank you. I appreciate it. And leave comments under my videos, as always. I'll see you soon. And time to sign off. Have a pee. Have another coffee. Think about eating breakfast. Yeah, think about it. Because I haven't yet. And have another cigarette. So, all right. See you, everyone. Look for the end stream thing. Okay. Thank you again. I'll speak to you all soon in one form or another. And by the way, if you can hear it, the weed eater or whatever it's going, blow a vac, people just like to do it. People know. All right. Cheers, everyone. Night, Johnny. I'll answer your email shortly too, Johnny. I haven't got around to that too. All right. See you, everyone. Have a great day. It's been a beautiful weekend here in Brisbane. So I hope it continues through the week. We're expecting storms on Tuesday, but that can change at a drop of a hat. All right. See ya. Bye. They always ask me, do you want to end the stream? Yes. See ya. Bye-bye.